the strength and conditioning, has obviously made a huge difference on the team this year. I mean, but and the coach made a comment yesterday about some of the Texas guys making mention of you. It was like, oh, he looks like a linebacker. I mean, have you noticed that much of a difference even in your own body as
Absolutely,
far as?
yeah. I'm so grateful for everything that Coach Holtzapfel has done for myself, for this team, and his staff have all just been great. I've always been a guy that fluctuated between 233 to 240 pounds and kind of been in between that range in college, but my weight stayed the same, but my body composition has changed a great deal. My body fat's gone way down, and it's just it's a daily challenge. It's something that you continually work at and be disciplined in, with your nutrition and things like that. But it's all things that were kind of just fell down from what Coach Holtzapfel had demanded of us, and he was very clear in his message and what he expects of us, and in following that, you can see results, and that's something that's really great.
Is it? I mean, obviously it's your first day of practice today, but I mean, you said you've been out there kind of throwing around. Have you noticed the difference? I mean, do you feel better? Does the ball come out different? Do you move better?
Physically, I feel great. I feel in great shape, both running, throwing, lifting. I mean, all that stuff. I feel 100% ready to go and in great shape. And you can see it with other guys as well. So it's nice and encouraging to have those other skill guys around you, looking better, feeling better, moving around better. So it's all positive and something that we're excited to now transition onto the football field and get into practical stuff.
It may not be a fair bar, but are you okay that people are going to kind of lump you with Russell Wilson and all the things that he did as a transfer?
Sure, I mean,
they expect 1 year miracles,
right? And it's I actually was fortunate to have met Russell Wilson through the re-recruitment process, I guess, when I visited Wisconsin, and getting to sit down and talk with him. That was a great guy that I could kind of take advice from, especially because of how unique this situation is and how new it is really to college football. But fair or unfair, I mean, I understand that will probably be some comparison that's made throughout the year. But again, I'm focused about the things that I can control, and I'm internally motivated. I don't really worry about all those other things and press clippings. And,
sure.
I just have such a clear vision of where we want to go as a team and what I need to do to get better. That's really the primary focus for me.
What advice did he give you?
Really, just be yourself. You can't go into a situation. And it was more so for I was asking questions in terms of kind of initially engaging yourself within the team and things like that, but. It comes down to being yourself. You can't be someone that you're not, because as a player, you recognize that in other people, and you see through guys very quickly. But again, it was just being yourself and just competing and showing that you're one of the guys and you're there to work. You're not there for other motives, and that you're 100% bought into the team.
This was last winter when you were sort of being re-recruited.
Right.
I imagine, here in a week and a half, 2 weeks, you probably start to get a little tired of the monotony. But right now, how excited do you get? I mean, you got all, as Coach White says, the cavalry finally got here. I mean, how excited is it to have some new guys around?
The excitement's as high as it could possibly be right now. And sure, fatigue will set in throughout camp, and all that comes along with training camp. But at the end of the day, guys are here because they love playing football, and that excitement will resonate throughout camp.
What's it like transitioning from a nationally touted program like Notre Dame to Kansas, where you picked last in the Big 12?
I don't worry about those things. I just play football. My love of the game overshadows all that other hype and preseason rankings and things like that. So that's really not important. What's important is how we finish the season, not where you start or where you're predicted to finish.
But obviously there's going to be a different, there's expectations at a place like Notre Dame. You're picked last in the Big 12, as he is saying. Essentially no expectation, at least not from the outside looking in. I asked Coach Campo the same thing. Does that take the pressure off, or does that inspire you to kind of do more?
Well, at the end of the day, and I mean this in the least disrespectful way, that's your guys' expectations for us, and in general terms, we have our own expectations for ourselves, and really, regardless of what anyone else says, we're going to still hold those to be true and hold those to be paramount in what we define as a successful season.
Thank you.